What is going on? What is going on? What is going on, party people? It is your boy, Coach D Brown, in the place to be. All right. I am sorry coming on a little later, man. I had a little technical difficulties as usual, but I am back. I am definitely wanted to say hello to everybody that's joining in, and I definitely wanted to what's up, Bill? Just hope everybody had a great weekend. I'm just getting back cranked up into the swing of things, man. What up, Keisha? What's going on? What's going on, Keish? And definitely wanted to talk a little hitting today. All right. It's cranked up. I had a couple of my people who purchased my programs reaching out to me the last couple of days, asking me questions. And Eusebio, what's up, baby? Anthony D-Town, what's going on? Detroit in the house. Yeah, we so they were asking me a bunch of questions about the hitting, and they purchased the program. They've been working hard and going at it, and I know it's just about that time, man. So I kind of I feel like as we bring on these guests this week, all right, I got my boy Lasting Millings will coming on this week, former first round pick. I'm trying to schedule that brain dude. I say brain, it's just I'm making it sound so eerie, but I think it's a great program. I definitely got to get him on by the end of this week. It just helps you build a profile on how to become coachable as a kid, as an athlete. And it works, I think, ages 12 and up, and for multiple sports all across. But obviously, this is going to be tailored towards baseball. And we've been working behind the scenes, and I'm going to bring them on hopefully by the end of this week, man. I think it's a great vehicle for all you parents to jump on. And it is a for sale thing. I'm not gonna say it's not free. I'm gonna let my man talk about it, and I don't want to do it no injustice, but I definitely believe that it can help you guys. Like, it really, really, truly can help each athlete become very coachable, and it's something that I am strongly considering using for my organization and throughout the whole teams, just to highlight some of the things that players do well and highlight some of the things that they need to work on. And with so much stuff out there right now, so much software, so much information out there, so much some really good stuff, some fluff, you got to weed through it, but it is so much information out there for you guys to get any and everything if you choose to go that route and just want to learn, to make sure that you're getting the best for your athlete, your young athlete. And that's what I'm bringing on there. Mr. Poachers, what's up? Tony, what's going on? Cali in the house. All right, Butler, what up? Mississippi in the house. BJ, what's up, baby? Been a while. Hope you're doing good. Rosetta, what's up? How you doing, man? Mark, Indiana in the house. Miss Sheree, Cali in the house. What's going on? Pierre, Philly in the house. Ida, what up? Teresa, what's going on? All right, so I wanted to talk some hitting today. All right. I wanted to kind of get into it because I know up north, not necessarily yet, still dealing with the, cold weather. It's cold weather everywhere too, most places right now. But besides Florida, Cali, and certain parts of probably Texas. But I'm definitely getting, phone calls. I just love to see the guys working in the wintertime and, putting their work in. So some of the dads videotaping who purchased my program, they're videotaping, the kids and, some of the drills that they're learning from my program. And they're emailing me and just questioning, have some issues and stuff that they feel like, they're doing wrong. And I just felt like, man, I wanted to just kind of give you guys a plan of action, especially during this time. And if you're up north and you're starting up, maybe next month you're starting up, I just want to kind of give you a plan of action, how to approach this time of the year, okay? And there's only very few keys to this you should be focusing on right now. And I'm just going on based off of the conversation. It's funny, like from everywhere from a varsity high school player to a 10-year-old, grinding it out, and they having very similar issues. It's just crazy, right? It's hitting. And one of the key points I wanted to make known was, what up, Dash? You know what I'm saying? What up, Red Queens in the house, all right? I definitely wanted to make sure that you guys have an understanding of some basic stuff that I feel is basic, but I believe that, you know, sometimes, especially when you're renting out cages or you're working with a coach or you kind of overlook the real fundamentals and the basics. That's what my whole program is based on. You know what I'm saying? Like I always tell each hitter, I say this all the time, boring hitting drills consistently makes for exciting baseball. All right. Boring hitting drills makes for exciting baseball. Okay. You can reinvent the wheel. You can come up with all these gadgets and all of that. I get it. All right. But just based off the phone conversations I was having, a few hitters, even players that I'm working with on one-on-one, and some of the guys who purchased my program who's sending me in film, and I'm having an offer for you guys that's listening in. All right. At the end of this program. All right. So I definitely wanted to get back to the basics as far as overall foundation, legs, and balance. Okay. Sometimes we look at the hands and we look at all these different parts of a swing, and we don't get down to the basics of straight balance on a swing. Okay. And I'm just going on the conversations I had the last few days. All right. Like I always do. And again, we're talking about one kid who's 17. I'm talking another kid who's 10 who have very similar issues. Okay. Now the dads thinking is something different. All right. But it all kind of boils down to their footwork, the foundation, how it's set. Okay. You can't pile. It's just like a house. You can't pile, you can't start from the roof down or the windows and everything if you don't have a solid foundation. I know everybody knows this, but sometimes we just lose a perspective on these things. Okay. Because sometimes, he may be swinging and you're looking at everything else but the foundation. Okay. But when somebody sends film on me, or if I work with somebody, I start from the feet up. Okay. And I already know, like, if he's off balance after every swing and he steps one way one time and then he steps another way the next swing and he's closer to the plate one swing and then he moves away with all that, he ain't on solid ground. So I don't even look at nothing else. I let him swing 10, 12 times. I let all my kids start 10 to 12 swings. I could kind of get a mental picture of what his hands and everything's doing, but I already know I'm going to get to his footwork. Okay. So again, the conversation I had these past weekend with a couple of hitters, one being in Chi-Town, the other one being way down in Texas. Okay. So it don't matter. Different age groups and everything. All right. The foundation needs to be laid and set. The foundation of hitting all starts with the ground up, meaning my footwork has to be in place. I can't be sliding all over the place at every swing. I can't be stepping wrong one time and then stepping right and all of that. As a coach, I can't do nothing with that until you have the foundation laid. And I know it's not sexy. I know it's not when you timing of the cage, when you're paying for time for the cage and you want to get your work in, or it's practice and you with your teams and all that type of stuff. There is no way that somebody should be start talking about hands and all that stuff when your foundation is not set. Okay, I was looking at film and stuff of certain hitters, and they're sliding all over the place. They're stepping, and it's not bad. It's just I'm making out to be way because it could be a little step wrong. It could be them not having they feet in the same place all the time. Like hitting is a mechanical daily ritual dance that you have to do early, often, all the time. Okay. So it's like you got to have the same steps, the same footwork, the same balance, the same distance, shoulder lift apart, or if you're skinny or whatever you choose to do, you got to do it all the time. Okay, as soon as you switch something up and all of that's going to mess up your time. It's going to mess up your direction, your path to the ball. It's going to mess, depending on how skinny you finish or how big you finish, it's going to mess up your end balance. And what happens is now you get frustrated and everybody's thinking, oh, it's something going on mechanically up. No, we can't even work on the mechanics up top if your foundation is not laid. Okay, your foundation has to be laid. All right, Brant, what's up, baby? All right, Melissa, what up? All right, Matt, what's going on? Shay, what up? Now, just some of the key points, okay? Real simple. When you are working with your kid or on my program or anything, do not pile up. Don't start working with hands and all that until the foundation is laid. For you guys who've never purchased my program, I don't have the link on there right now, okay? But if you're interested in the program, I'm gonna put the link back up tomorrow, and I will send you the special link. But my guys who are on it, some of you have purchased the program. I start my first, I don't know how many minutes I go on and I talk strictly balance, legs and balance. Before I do anything, when it starts coming with anything mechanics with the swing, I go on, I got balance beams, I got, footwork, all footwork and all of that, because that is so important. Okay. It is so important. Is the balance, okay, of a swing. All right. And I try to give this analogy of if I'm trying to knock somebody out, right? I'm trying to knock this ball out of, I'm trying to hit the damn ball hard as I can, right? So how I kind of equivalent it to like a punching, I got one chance to knock somebody out physically, all right, and just knock them out in the chin. So many times, all right, and I give this analogy, if I'm in the box, and I know I'm here and it's tough to see without my whole body, but one of the toughest thing that I see is that if I'm winding up and trying to go and straight and knock this guy out straight, right, I got one punch to do it, right? All my energy got to go back and I got to come straight forward, boom, through it and try to knock you out, all right? But what happens with some of these kids when their balance is off, all right, they do everything right. They even may load up right, but because their balance is off at the end, you're just losing just a tad of the power as you're leaning off. So now instead of going straight through, boom, I'm coming to the side like this, so I'm losing, and that's when they finish all off, and they got to catch themselves at the end. All right, so you're generating all this power to come back through the baseball, but then they end up coming back, and then they end up tailing off to the side, and they end up catching themselves at the end, or their balance is off, and all of that. So they're hitting with 80% of their power, and God forbid, most of these kids don't know how to use their legs, so they're hitting with less than 80% of everything they can. All right, consistently. Okay, so when I say basically get to the point, and it's not sexy, okay? But if you have the time, this is beautiful. The beauty of mirror in the room, working on it on your own. That's the beauty of these type of things, right? When you got to get to the point where, and again, these are stuff that I made a point when I was basically in high school that I used to tell was it all the time? No. Was it even in the pros all the time? No. All right, but practice wise and stuff, pretty much every time I once I got to that level, balance. You see those great hitters, they are balanced every time. That doesn't mean that you're gonna hit the ball hard every time. No, but I'm saying you are giving yourself the best chance to hit. That's all you want. That's all we do as hitters, just trying to give ourselves the best approach and opportunity to hit the ball hard. That's all we're trying to do. Okay, as hitters. All right. That's why you get all these drills and mechanics and all that type of stuff. We are trying to get in a proper position to knock the crap out of the ball. All right, but when my balance is off and all of that, I can't do nothing consistent. I can't work on my hands. I can't work on my legs per se. I can't work on keeping my shoulder tucked. I can't work on, I can't work on keeping my head in and all that, because it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because your foundation is not set. Okay. So why am I harping on this again? I'm just talking about basic stuff that, because I know it's wintertime and I know a lot of people are either just starting games or just starting their trainings and all of that, especially up north. My guys down here have been working hard and all of that, but I'm just going on what I've seen and what people have been asking and reaching out to me on the side. Okay. Go and start working fundamentally on your balance. Swing as hard as you can and work on just staying balanced. You don't need no bat. You don't need nothing. You could just be right in the mirror in your room, or in the cage or in the garage, and just working on swinging as hard as you can and staying in place. I told all my kids, I said, I want to be, every time you swing, I want you to finish your swing and you stay there. Okay. Either you can swing and come right back into place. Boom. All right. And your balance, or I want you to finish. And I tell them, I want you to have that nice, pretty finish and with a Kodak smile. So if your mom sees you from the side while you're playing the game, you have a perfect finish and all of that, balances everything. And it's a picture perfect finish. Okay. That's what you should be working on. All right. Finishing balanced every time. I promise you, give me the best hitters that are in the big leagues or whatever. They are balanced 99% of the time. Okay. Now, granted, those guys have worked hard in their swings, thousands and hundreds of thousands of times. Okay. But it's a reason why. Okay. They wouldn't have made it to the league without, a proper balance. Even Ichiro with his little drifting and everything. But if you see the rhythm and everything, he's balanced. He does the same thing all the time. All right. You gotta get that You got to get that, down. Okay. So the my other issue again is, and I harp on this so many times, you get to the point where I don't see guys properly using the cages and the soft tosses and all of that. Okay. You have to get to that point where it's really not needed to go and just be pulling balls all the time. Why are you pulling balls in the cage all the time? Okay. I promise, like, it doesn't on here. It wasn't like 2 weeks now, a week and a half ago, talking about it. I could bring up big leaguers that are working on I never seen a big leaguer, myself or somebody else, go in there and get right in the cages and just stop pulling balls. Okay, just get right in the cage and stop pulling and yanking balls down the middle, pulling it and all of that. You have to stay up the middle. All right, you have to stay up the middle. Okay, put a direction or some type of. I was talking to one of my clients earlier, and I was like, put some your child or your client to focus on, so they physically see where they need to hit, because sometimes they need that. All right, but it's never on the pull side. If the ball's up the middle or middle way or anything, it needs to be up the middle to middle way. All right, you're staying through the baseball that way. I know this elementary stuff to most, but again, I guarantee I go in the cages and all that. I say yank and pull and yank and pull and yank and pull. All right, it's a recipe for disaster, especially early when you're working on your stroke. All right, you have to get to that point where you're staying up the middle. It helps you stay inside the ball. Baseball, if it's like a clock. All right, I should have one to demonstrate physically have a baseball, but you got 12 o'clock, you got 3 o'clock, you got 6 o'clock, and you got 9 o'clock. For my right-handers, all right, I want to hit that ball on the 9 o'clock, staying inside the ball every time. If I'm left-handed, I want to hit the ball at 3 o'clock all the time, staying inside the ball. That's how you create a proper backspin. But too many times as a left-hander, they hit at 9 o'clock, they come around the ball, and that's where you get the ground balls. As a right-hander, they hit at 3 o'clock and they come around the baseball and they hitting the ball hard, but it's a hard ground ball and they think they're doing something. Okay. But then as soon as they start learning how to hit up the middle, they may pop it up a few times. And I tell my guys, good, that's a good miss, because they starting to work on staying up the middle. And eventually all that is just a little bit of more of a top hand, but the direction needs to be up the middle with that top hand. Okay. And it's simple stuff, but it's not being done. It's not being done. All right. Cause in the cages and the work and all that, it's not something sexy hit line drives off the L screen, but it's sexy to in your mind to hit balls on the top of the cage or in that crease in the right center if you're left-handed, or left center if you're right-handed, and think in your mind that you really drove the ball. All right. I always tell my kids, and I tell everybody on it, I ain't never seen somebody in the back of a baseball card talking about they hit 20 cage home runs. All right. And back in 2019 in February, they hit 20 cage home runs. I never saw that in anybody's baseball card. I don't think I ever will. Okay. Who cares about cage home runs? Who cares about, you know what I'm saying? Like anything like that. When you're working, you're working. Okay. You're working on something specific. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get you guys an idea of like your balance and staying up the middle. All right. Balance and staying up the middle. All right. You give yourself the best opportunity, even though if you can't stay up the middle, you can't stay balanced. That means mechanically your stuff is off. Okay. All right. You could drive the ball all you want, but if you're driving the ball falling all over the place, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you ain't doing yourself this, I go back to the little couple weeks, 3 weeks now over that at them workouts and stuff. And this one kid, he was trying his best at bomb, and his swing was so long. He was trying to pull everything, and he was swinging out his you know what. And I'm just looking and I'm laughing. And I wanted to go say something to his dad so much and be like, hey, go tell your son to just try to hit a line drive off the L screen. I said, he ain't proving. He ain't trying. He coming in with he got a big swing, hands up over here, and he's swinging, or he trying to yank, and his hands coming away from his body. He got the slowest swing, but he think he's swinging hard. He think he's swinging hard, and he's doing something, right? And a 30, 40 mile per hour fastball from a pitching coach or the head coach over there is jamming the mess out of him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to yank and it's somebody. I hope that dad is not paying somebody, all right, to hit. And that's another thing, man. You got to make sure you get the proper instruction. You got to make sure you get the proper instruction, okay? Listen, if you listen to me and you're a hitter, okay, if you're listening to me and you're a hitter, okay, or your kid is a hitter, all right, I understand that you may not want to step on coach's toes, and you may not feel like it's worth it. I have to get to the point where I'm like, I question you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really do. I really do. All right. If you listen to me consistently, I know I bring on the college coaches, and I know I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand that value. But if your son is a hitter, okay, there is a no-brainer type of situation that you should go ahead and just purchase my program, just for the sake, because it's like it's a foundational things that you can take with you. I don't care if you're a high schooler or 10 years old or you in college. I teach these things to professional ball players. I had all intentions of bringing on Rudy. You guys met Rudy last week. All right. I work with him on time. I filmed him a little bit, working on the swing. And what do you think I'm doing? The same type of drills and stuff that's on these videos. Okay. It's no different. All right. Because he needs a touch up. Certain guys need a touch up. But why you doing this? Or boom, boom, boom. It's not so much. It's a whole lot. Right. Each hitter I go like this is that's like a 6-step level. It's like 6 levels to this. All right. This is not part of my program, but this is kind of how I have an idea. Okay. All right. You got one being like Trout or Bryce Harper. I ain't gonna say Harper, but Harper, I don't even believe him as a 1. Okay. Mike Trout, just dudes that just could flat out hit. You know what I mean? I ain't saying for power, because Bryce Harper on his great years, he's a 1. All right. But I'm talking about Pujols, Barry. Those dudes that consistently, they won. All right. Them are like all time, Miguel Cabrera, all time greatest hitters in that level. That's level 1. Okay. Then you got the level 2 to 3s. All right. Them are the minor league or college guys or even it could be some young kids that like really have an understanding of their stroke. Okay. Great balance, great hands, great pop, great direction. They know these things. Those are the two, those are level 2s. All right. All right. Then you got a level 3. Level 3 could be like a very good player, okay, that when they're a level 3 hitter, and this is just me. This ain't no scouting or nothing. This is just D Brown's scouting, okay? A level 3 hitter is one of those guys that just need a little mechanic, every now and then, right? Just a little something. Even my boy Rudy, right? He came in, and he's like a level 3 to me, all right? A level 3, very good. When he's locked in, he don't need nothing. But when I see him, he's a 2.5 to 3. Okay. And then you got level 4, 5, and then 6. 6 being like probably ain't never swung a bat and just like, straight 8, 9, 10 years old, rec league, just has to be taught from the ground up, which is nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's just what a level 6 is. Level 5 is like a decent kid, mechanics, flaws, just needs a lot of work. And, those 4s and 5s is what, most hitters at this age, high school down, are at. All right, 4 and 5s. When I mean by 4 and 5s, meaning they need every bit of help, all right, to get it down. But too many times, I think parents see this 4 or 5, or they think their kid is a 2 or 3, but in actuality, they're a 4 or 5, and they will get exposed eventually. Okay, they may master their little AA or AAA level, or they're Legion ball or something like that. But eventually, if their swing is not compact and down and all together, they will get exposed eventually. Okay, you will get it. So when I'm sitting here and talking hitting, all right, and then you haven't purchased my program, all right, I don't care the nuts and bolts of it. I don't care how you, when you press on there, you don't like the way the landing page looks and all of that, but the nuts and bolts of it, you should purchase. Okay, because it's ground level foundation stuff that you can take with you forever. Okay, 20 years around the professional game. You guys hear what Kevin Long was talking, all of that. 80-90% of those type of stuff is what I've been taught by a man like him. Okay, and I'm sharing it with you, and too many guys just kind of poo-pooing it. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. So, what's up, Sheena? Good to see you on. All right, Chuck, what up, baby? Getting ready for that season. I see. I got Sergio. What's up, man? Even though you're a power hitter as a switch hitter, K Moore, what up? Scott, what's up? Charlene, what up? Manny, Texas, what's good? Javi, Arkansas, what's up? Roy, what's going on, baby? Brant, what up, man? Mark, what's up? I've got a full house. I love it today. Oh, I love it. Coach Terrence, what's up? All right. Mr. Perillo, what up? Jerry, what up? Tommy, what up? So anyway, let's get back. I got a question talking about it's for power hitters and all. What we mean? Well, switch hitter and power hitter. What? Foundation balance drills and going up the middle to opposite field. That's universal. I don't care who's hitting. All right. Again, I tell all my guys. I tell you too. Listen to them. I ain't getting on you. My bad, big dog. But I'm just, I know you had asked. You know what I'm saying? But boy, Sergio, what do you think real power is as a scout? What do you think they look at? All right. Now there's guys that can hit. If you ain't hitting just light tower pull side, if you just hitting little wall scrapers, I'm talking about maybe if you 15, I don't, 12, 13 on that. And each field is, equivalent to their age group and all of that. Okay. I'm gonna tell even me. Okay. I don't care if I have a 14-year-old that's playing on 60-90 for the first time. 13, 12 who's playing on the little, the smaller fields and all of that. Real pop to me is center field to opposite field is real pop. All right. I done seen dudes small, I don't know, run into something and hit it right down the line for home runs. They got it good. Okay. But that's just everything once in a while. But when you got real juice, I want real juice is dead center to right center. I guarantee you put any scout on here. Okay. I could put any other scout, and I ain't picking on you, Sergio. I know you asked a valid question, and I'm glad you did, dog. All right. Even though your power hitter is a switch hitter. What that mean? You should be going up the middle to opposite field, regardless, with power, especially in a practice setting. That's what I'm trying to say, in a practice setting. If you stay with that approach, all right, you get off, somebody flip you all speed or something like that, you ain't going to be out in front trying to pull. You're going to be right on it, and you may get that head out a little earlier, and you get it, you yank it, you hit it pull side, but it ain't a yank to the foul where you just yank the hell out the ball, and it's just way out there foul, and it looks everybody, ooh, but it ain't nowhere near a strike. I mean, it ain't nowhere near a fair ball, just a long strike, all right? But if you have that approach to center to right center, and he hang you a little something, and you stay on it, you hit that ball left center, and it's gone. You did your job, all right? But your approach is right. Your approach to hitting. But in a batting practice setting, even outside in batting practice, and definitely in the cage, I want to be up the middle to opposite field. I've been around plenty of scouts, and trust me, the higher you go, plenty of scouts like, especially you get on the college and the pro scene, pretty much if you 1 through 9 on any team, Billy Hamilton, who light hitting, I don't know how many career home runs he get. If you give him 10 pitches and say hit a home run, he could probably hit 2 to 3 home runs out of 10 pitches, and they're gonna be right down the line. All right, and he ain't no power hitter. Okay, so when you get in the college and the pro scene, all right, when it comes to real power, they tell you straight up, like don't pull balls. All right, we going up the middle to opposite field. All right, I remember one time I was two stories. I was watching Manny one time, and it was early. And you guys hear me talk about Manny Ramirez. That was my favorite right-handed hitter to watch all the time. That's just somebody that I seen firsthand. All right, I just love that dude. Everything about that dude, right? You know what I'm saying? And he was up there one day. It was Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. He had a tee. It was early. He beat us out there in batting practice. For the guys that don't know, when in batting practice. On normal batting practice day for a 7 o'clock game, most of the time home team stretches around 3:30, 4 o'clock and starts their batting practice. And then we hit for an hour or so, whatever, and right around 5 something, the other team comes on and gets ready to hit batting practice. And we play a game at 7. Okay. He was out, he beat us, the home team. He was working out early. Okay. And he just happened to be out there working off the tee. And I don't know how you guys feel, but when obviously there's no movement going towards you to add more power to the ball. All right. He's on a stationary ball. He's hitting opposite field bombs into the water fountain. And if you guys see Kansas City, you got the water fountains over there. So, and I'm looking at it for me because I'm a lefty, and that's a good poke for me on the pull side. He's hitting opposite field, just peppering, just boom, working on opposite field, boom, boom, boom. Fast forward a few years later, this A-Rod, now A-Rod wasn't with the Yankees then, he was with Texas. I remember him doing the same thing off the tee in Texas Arlington, just hitting up a deck, opposite field bombs, man, off the tee. And I'm looking at it with a sense of jealousy, like, how they doing that? Because I like to think I had crazy. Well, I ain't gonna say I had crazy power, but I had power. But there ain't no way that I could put a T, all right, on any stadium and go put a T over there and try to hit opposite field bombs and consistently hitting that. I may get one every now and then, but nah. Dude, them dudes are just putting on a show. And I'm just looking with just, I'm like, and that just tells you their approach. That's why they're great hitters. And they had that. That's real pop. Okay, so I'm just getting on you, you know what I'm saying, my man, Sergio. I ain't trying to, pull you out, but I know you're giving me a valid, question. And I'm just telling you, don't matter who you are, power hitter or not, I don't care. All right. Power hitters especially. They're the ones that need to stay right center the right, because they're gonna try to work you outside, definitely. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make you earn your home runs. They're gonna make you, because they know you got the power pull side. You got to earn the home runs, big dog, on opposite field. All right. What other questions y'all got for me, man? All right. What other questions y'all got? Let's talk some hitting today. All right. Talk some hitting. Manny says, hello, Coach D. Is there a way or possibility that you can do an evening show where I can listen and watch with my son? He's usually in school when you come, and just asking. Man, that's a great question, man. I am going to be doing some evening stuff, man. The only reason I do it at this time, honestly, because I'm usually in the dungeon. I call the cages and stuff the dungeon. I'm usually doing my stuff in the, you know what I'm saying, in the evening times with my kids and my organization and stuff. So that's why I do it now. But I definitely have talked about it. I've been hinting about it. Real talk too. I'm a little shy plug, I ain't gonna say, my boy told me the other day, I'm bringing him on ex minor league turned NFL dude. I was talking to him the other day. He listened in a couple of times here and there. He told me like, yo, you talking about some shameless plug, man. Don't ever shameless plug your stuff. And I was like, you're right. So I ain't gonna say, but I got some real works coming in, and we're going to switch to evening times. I got my boy, Orlando Hudson. We got some stuff working in the background, man. It's gonna be some real great stuff for you guys. All right. If anybody ever heard Old Dog speak, he's come on here. I don't know how many views it is now, over 100-some-thousand views of him speaking up at my boy Luke Haya spot him Chi-Town. We got some stuff working in the background, man, for you guys next month. And maybe possibly and beyond. And we may definitely do the switch to the evening times then. Okay. It's gonna be a special offer. All right, hear me say offer. All right, but I just want to guys let you know I'm just shamelessly plugging that. All right, okay, and we will switch over there. But I have another plug for you guys at the end of this evening too. But I will make it a point to at least one of these days. All right, this week I'll go in the evening time, and I'll make sure I talk a little bit more hitting again. Okay. All right, Manny, my guy. All right, Chuck, that's right, cage bombs. Who cares about them, huh? If you click the video, you'll see 3 dots, okay? Chuck says, kid swinging hard in the cage, pulling everything, then getting in the game. That's right, yeah, I mean, and that's a scout. My boy Chuck is a scout, all right? He is a scout. And, I just want to let you know, man, when you in these chats and you're talking, guys are speaking and all of that, you're either, it's a wide variety of people that listen in right now. And I ain't trying to, again, I'm not trying to pump up whatever. You have professional scouts listening. You have ex-ball players. Sometimes you have current. You have Division I colleges listening in. As a matter of fact, I can tell you right now, we got a scout Division I college guy listening right now and ex-ball players listening right now as we speak right now about hitting. Okay? So I'm just telling you. I don't, it is what it is. All right. David, what's going on, man? How you doing? All right. Sheena, how do we purchase the program? I am going to put the link on. All right. I'm going to put the link up. All right. Laura, what's going on? Good to see you on here. Coach Terrence, what's up? I just shouted you out. All right. I'm just trying to let you guys know. It ain't just parents and everything on there. You got scouts, you got recruiters, everything that's listed in. Okay. Question, Coach D, if you have a boy is a switch hitter with a lot of power, do you think he needs to learn how to bump the baseball? Do you think he needs to learn how to bump the baseball? Does that mean? I guess I was talking about you, Sergio. Give me a little idea what you mean by bump the baseball. I mean, I guess you're trying to hit with pop. If he's a switch hitter, I'm not. You got to understand who your player is and your hitter. Okay. I'm guessing what you mean. Okay. So what I mean by that is I can't get on here and just I'm talking about launching with big time power. Know who your hitter is, but that approach doesn't change from hitter to hitter as far as power hitter to and all of that. When I'm talking about approach up the middle to middle away, that doesn't change. And I don't talk to the Toronto Blue Jays, one of the minor league coaches, ex-teammate of mine, played in the big leagues. He told you what he would do when he played and what he's teaching his kids is like, yo, when he's a right-handed hitter, he says left center field is his left field line. Center field is left center. Right center field, meaning opposite field, is his center field. He just puts his sights that way. All right, that's a professional hitting coach. Guy played in the big leagues many, many years, okay? You heard K. Long say it too. Turn, say that again, that play for the players in the back, coach. Preach that all the time. I said something. I don't know exactly what I said, but you could tell me what you did. Yo, D, once your program is purchased, don't know if everyone knows it's a digital copy, you know, and I appreciate that. Listen, sometimes I had the image of the DVD and it was an image. It's not because you're not the only one, Tony, who said that. It is a downloadable, you know, videos. They're downloadable videos, okay? So once you boom, 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 via email, they pop up. And they're downloadable videos. All right, you can use them on your phone. You can use them on a computer. Anything you want, they're right there. All right, easy access. Luther, what's up, man? How my boy doing? How my boy Junior doing, man? I hope he's getting ready for that season, man. Big year, man. I need to holler at him. Bring him back on in a little bit. JD, what's up, baby? Hey, Moore. That's right, Manny and Edgar Martinez. Good people, right, K. Moore? That's a professional guy, too, ex-pro guy. I'm trying to tell you guys who's listening in, man. Lou, what's up, baby? What's going on? Callie in the house. How old should a hitter be working on trying switch hitting? All right, I believe the earlier the better, but you want to have some foundation set from with their natural side right-hander, okay? I don't believe in this left-hander switching over to right-hander. I had a parent do this with me last year, and his kid was a natural lefty, and he was switching him over to hit on the right side. And I was like, nah, like most hitters want to be on the right-hand side to switch over to, so they see more right-handed pitchers and they want to switch over to hit left-handed. So, just know that. And that age-wise, I would say roughly, if they can do it at 10, 11, start tinkering with it, but they have to have that right hand down, somewhat down pat. You know what I mean? You don't want to be teaching them other things and all of that, and he doesn't have the foundation of a right-hand swing. Because technically what will happen, all right, Laura Ray, what will happen is he will go and get that right-hand swing down a little bit, but because he's starting fresh with that left-handed stroke, his left-handed stroke will be better. It may not look better now. If he could halfway do it in the beginning, like he has an idea how to do it, how to switch hit. If he has an idea, it may not look clean and all of that, but he has an idea. If he's being taught correctly, all right, that left-handed stroke will end up being better than his right-hand stroke. And you heard K. Long talk about that 2 weeks ago. My boy Kevin Long, Washington Nationals hitting coach, when he talked about Carlos Beltran, future Hall of Famer, okay? All right, I know for a fact that many people in the Royals said that, and this is why we were coming up. If he doesn't learn how to switch hit effectively, he may not even make the big leagues, okay? He got with K. Long, started learning that left-handed stroke, cleaned up. He didn't learn until 19. All right, he was already drafted second round, all right, and learned how to hit switch hit his second year in professional baseball. All right, and the rest is history. You see what he did, Hall of Fame career. Explain, do damage swing from 2 strikes swinging. All right, Lou, you like that? I know your son took it and went. You know what I'm saying? Beware, what up, baby? I'm talking about you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We talking hitting, man. Glad you locked in. You on? All right, Jessica, what's up? So, my boy, Lou, he showed me some film on his son, and his son was a stud. It is a stud. Okay, got real opportunities. I think he's JC, right? Maybe Lou, tell me where he's going and what's going on with him. I ain't talked to you about what's going on in the future, with your son, but I just saw the video and I'm like, he definitely could swing it. Okay. But what I was seeing was sometimes he was getting his pitch, but it became let me just get a base hit swing on certain counts. Okay. And that's you do that when you just worry about. It's a glorified just trying to hit the ball. What am I meaning? Because I get tired. I I get frustrated a little bit with hitters when they just try to hit the ball. Okay, you got two times, maybe three if you're a youngster, and you got 3 to 4 times if you're high school and up to get up. All right, you trying to hit the damn ball as hard as you can. All right, that's the beauty of this game. You ain't just trying to hit the ball. All right, some play if you have that mentality, I don't, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to go up there look crazy and striking out, looking crazy and swinging for the. No, I'm talking about a controlled, hardcore, trying to do damage swing. Okay. But we all know that certain times, you down 1-2 in the count or 0-2 in the count. You can't have that, controlled, aggressive, you know what I'm saying? Like you really trying to do something. You got to tone that back just a tad because it's 2 strikes, okay? But sometimes with Lou's, when I was watching Lou's kid, he had that approach. He almost like had a 2-strike approach when it was 2-0, 2-1 when he was up. And I said, yo, he gotta eat a little bit, all right? He hit the ball hard, but I believe he wasn't trying to it. And now you have to have a good foundation, all right? I have a couple kids. Some of you guys met my boy Cam, and these guys, type of guys, like if I work with a kid long enough, or they have the foundation down and they set, then that's when now you could really start really injecting them with like, all right, what count you looking for? This is what you need to do with this count. This is what you're probably going to see. You got to eat on these counts, all right? Because it's special hitters who could hit on 2 strikes, Miguel Cabreras, Bryce Harper's, and all of that, but most hitters, okay, you got to get the pitch and you got to kind of feel it, get that sense that it's coming, and then we all got that little extra in a ball. We all do as hitters, all right? Some guys, that little extra make that ball go 480 instead of 400, okay? Some guys go hit that little and they just squeak it over the fence, hit 330 down the line, and usually they just hit. It's going to be a normal base hit, but they get that extra on it, okay? Because they know what's coming and they're ready to tee off. So I was trying to tell Lou with his son, I was like, yo, he knows what's coming. He's in the hitter's count. He's working hard. He got to eat a little bit, all right? He should be, and I ain't saying hit home runs. I'm saying driving the ball gap to gap, all right? You get that pitch, and you ain't just trying to, like us, we pro hitters, if you go 3-0, you swing 3-0, you get a base, a routine, base it up the middle, we'd be like, boo, boo. You got on base, but you ain't do nothing with that pitch. You know what's coming 3-0. He trying to give you a little cookie. You trying to launch. That's when you trying to launch something. That's when the launch angle, all that type of stuff. That's when you trying to launch something. All right. You swinging out your shoes on that one. Okay. Because everybody knowing them, for the most part, they trying to come with a fastball, get a strike. All right. And you swinging out your butt 3-0. And if the coach give you a green light and you get a routine base hit, boo. And that's what you should be thinking when it's 2-0, 1-0, 0-0, and they give you that cookie. Hey, let him have it. Let him have it. All right. You may get one, especially if you working the count to 2-0, 2-1, 3-1. You working the count. You earning those hardcore strokes. All right. But if he pop you off 0-1 and it's 0-2 or 1-2, you in battle mode. You got to just stay within yourself and hit the ball hard. I've hit plenty of home runs with 1-2 strikes, no doubt about it. But I'm talking about when you work in the count and you get that pitch and he's 2-1, 1-0, 0-0, 3-1, you gotta eat. You got to eat. That's when you know what's pretty much going to come, and you got to eat. You got to put the numbers up then. All right. Was that swing too long? Yeah, B-Web. Yeah. And the only reason I say it was long, so anyway, we was talking about sometimes you get that little rotation or a little pause in your swing. I have drills that I do that with, and I know in my drills, in my package, I do that, but when I was talking, sometimes you get in a launch position, you kind of hold it there, and then I like to do a semi-soft toss from the launch position, just to kind of have an idea. They can sit there and feel what their hands are doing, then they swing from that position. All right, but sometimes I can't simulate that off the tee and definitely in the game. Sometimes like Ian Kinsler does this, but those guys that kind of get rotate, kind of hit, and they step early and they wait for that ball to come, and then the guy pitches it, and then they go and swing. Everything has to be a dance and a work and a rhythm. All right. Once you kind of stop your momentum, most kids going to go start again, and then it makes them long and it's robotic and it just doesn't look smooth. Everything got to be a rhythm and smooth. All right. So I will have. Can you talk about having a swing pattern until right before contact? All right. Okay, more. Let's go. Let's talk a little swing pattern right before contact. All right. Is it a routine you're talking about? Swing pattern routine wise, practice wise? Okay, more? Give me more. All right. I don't know if you mean, talk about having a swing pattern until right before contact. All right, give me more, K more. I know you know hitting too. Just give me a little more so I could kind of explain, because I'm lost a little bit what you're asking. Coach D, my boy is 232 pounds, 12 years old, and doesn't strike out. I'm talking about sacrifice bunting. Oh, I'm talking about sacrifice bunting? Yeah, nah, he ain't bunting. Not that big. I ain't saying nothing about no sacrifice bunting, especially that boy. I know who you talking about, Sergio. I seen the film on him. Yeah, nah, he ain't. Let that boy eat. He eating. All right, 230. But I'm talking about let him eat on the damn field. I seen them pictures too. All right, ain't no sacrifice bunting. I ain't gonna say he don't need to learn it though. Okay, but I'm just saying on my team he won't be sacrificing bunting. Arthur, what's up? Should kids use wood off the tee, or what age should they start using wood? Early and often. I say the earlier the better. I ain't gonna give no age. I'll say roughly by 12 they should start using. I know for a fact my boy Steve comes on here from time to time. No doubt about it. He needs to. I know they have tournaments in Arizona. I'm sure they probably have in some of you guys, California, other places where they have tournaments for young kids, 11, 12, wood bat tournaments, I should say. All right. I know the 13 we're playing in the wood bat. This with my DB Elite organization, we playing in wood bat tournament. This is a perfect game. All right. As 13s. Is it doing it? He's doing it now. He's just getting frustrated with it being a natural righty. It's tough thing to learn. His mom is left-handed, so I hope it rubs off. Hey, keep him at it, Laura. 9, once he start learning, it's going to be a frustrating thing. 2 years, but he's still learning his right-handed stroke, okay? But at 9, learning, we'll just think about where you're going to be at 12. Beast. Yeah, Lou, Junior, what up? All right. We have not made it through the hitting portion of your program, so I wanted to ask, do you use the number color tennis balls to help hitter focus? I like that. I've used it personally, but it's not in that program. All right. I've used it though as a pro. I like it. All right. It helps you focus in on the ball. All right. Mark asks do you guys use number the color tennis balls to help a hitter? I don't personally use it in my program, but I have used it when I was a pro. All right. We had to call out the color, and from that machine used to pump pretty hard. All right. And you have to call out the color, and then if you got really, really good, you can call out the number. Okay, when that helps you really focus and seeing the ball. I like that drill though. Always have. Is it better to use a lighter bat to increase bat speed, or heavier bat which makes the lid hold the bat tighter and strong? I don't like light bats. I don't like light bats because it helps you, especially a light metal bat. It really gives you a false security, and you develop bad habits with a light metal bat. And I know parents, I understand it's expensive. I understand every year because sometimes I be seeing kids, especially when you start getting at 12, 13, 14, when the kids start growing, hitting the growth spurt, and they still using drop 10s and, and all, they feel good on themselves. Nah, because it's hurting them. You know what I'm saying? They have these little bats that even look small in their hands, and they still using it. Go borrow another bat for somebody and all of that. All right. You want to, by sixth grade, drop 8-ish. All right. 7th grade, drop 5 in games. All right. In games, if you can. Drop 5, I say roughly by the end springtime, like this time of the year as an 8th grader. All right. You should be tinkering a lot. I'll say summer going into 8th grade. I tell all my hitters, all right, drop 3. Start learning how to hit with it. You still got that drop 5. Summer of going into your 8th grade year, all right, you should purchase a drop 3 bat. Okay? Summer going into 8th grade, drop 3. Start tinkering with it, all right? Because in 6, 7 months, you're going to be trying out of high school anyway, okay? And another high school coach told me this, all right, back in the day when I first started working with kids and stuff, all right? Going into 8th grade, go get a drop 3 in your hands. Okay, you may use a drop 5 in games, okay, but if you're using drop 8s and all that in 8th grade, you're doing yourself a disservice. All right, even drop 5 sometimes here and there. And I know certain tournaments in 8th grade, 14s and stuff, you can't use drop 5s no more. Some of these tournaments. All right, David, what's up, baby? What's going on, man? Good question. Good question, Billy. All right, B-Web, can you explain knob to pitcher on the swing? All right, so I got to get to this one day. Really do it. I meant to do it today. But if you look at most hitters, Miguel Cabrera and all of that, I have a drill when I catcher and then right towards the pitcher before you swing. All right. And it looks like you are technically like basically the knob is pointed right before you about to swing. All right. You got a little bat drag. That knob is pointed right at the pitcher right before you about to throw the barrel at it. All right. So I have it just drill or break down. And everybody's, if you look at every hitter, especially in the big leagues, slow motion, even hitters who don't have, young kids who don't have necessarily the proper mechanics, they get some get the catcher, the knob going towards the catcher. And when they go to swing, they try to get it, that knob going back towards the pitcher. But what happens most times, if they're not doing it properly, they get that knob somewhat going to the pitcher. And most times what happens, they get that knob pointed out there towards, if it's a left-hander, it's going towards, let's say third base, okay, third base side. And if it's a right-hander, it's going towards first base. It's not getting quite towards the pitcher, so your direction ain't correct. So what's going to happen, as soon as you get that knob pointing this way, right before I go to swing, I'm talking about once I go to swing from this here and I go to swing, that knob gets out this way, it's tough, because then my first thing to do is cast around, okay? I got to get to that point where I'm here, hands. It goes back, all right? My knob is going to be pointed towards the catcher. Now I start my rotation. Boom, that knob gets pointed more towards the pitcher, all right? And now I'm able to throw that barrel, boom, and put full extension over here. But what happens is sometimes, most times, especially with young hitters, they get the knob if they do it towards the catcher, if they do it right, okay? And then what happens is that knob goes, instead of going to the pitcher, it goes out this way. And if from this position here, you get the flat barrel over here and it goes cast. You cast around the ball, okay? As you get the rollovers and all of that, all right? So that's how I work on. I have a little drill that I do in there and just works on. And I tell my hitters, just do it, because it feels funny when they first learn it, because they don't understand. They're like, oh, cool. But then I had plenty of dads in the past who kids used to be like, cool, laugh at the drill, don't understand it. But then when they go on the game and they go hit a home run, and the dad just takes that perfect picture of the timing. I had one of them dads tell me, like, is this what you're talking about? And he had a still picture of his kid was like this. And as he just about to hit, he goes, that pitch, he hit a home run. And that knob was pointing right at that pitcher, and he was about to blast on him, okay? We have some wood bat tourneys here in OKC starting at 7U. That's what I'm talking about, man, all right? They starting early. I love it, though. I love it. You get clean games that way, all right? Clean. Yo, D, what size bat and what size bat and weight did you use up in the majors at Kansas City? I used, my ideal bat was 34, 32 ounces, 34 inch, 32 ounces. All right. Depending on how frisky I would get, if I felt pretty good and all of that, I use every now and then I'll get like maybe a 34 and a half, 33 ounce. You know what I'm saying? When I was feeling really, really good and I wanted a heavy bat in my hands. Okay. But my ideal, and every now and then I used to be 34, 31 and a half ounce, okay? But just, especially when it comes to wood and on that level, I never really seen a guy, I know they call it drop threes, and they don't do that in the big league. They don't call it drop threes and all of that. They just say 34, 31, all right? But 31 ounce drop three, you know what I'm saying? It's a high risk to break because it's not dense all the way through. It's light, even though high school is 33, 30, drop three, everybody's drop three. But when you come to that wood on that level, okay, if you get under 3 ounces, I don't think you can. I've never heard somebody has a 34, 30 ounce. It's like a light, it's going to break. I don't think you can do it, to be honest with you. That's a good question. I need to ask somebody, but everything is 2 ounces. If anything, even 34, 34, 34, 33, 35, 33, you know what I'm saying? I never seen a body with under 3 ounces, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's been done. And even that 3 ounce difference, meaning 34 inches or whatever, the weight of the bat and the length of the bat first and the weight, if it's more than 3, you run the high risk of breaking bats very easily at that session of majors, okay? I don't think it can be done. I've never seen it. My pro guys that's on listening in, man, please, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. All right. Yeah, Chuck, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, man, and 34, 32 is pretty average if you in the big leagues. It really is. 34, 32 ounce is pretty average. Now the difference is the size of the bat. All right. You got the C271, skinnier barrels, and You know, you got, you know, all type of different models and size of the barrel, but the weight is the weight. You know what I'm saying? So a 34-32 C271, which is like the Griffey, Jeter, those guys use that C271 for many, many years. All right. Those bats, 34-32 feels light than a C243 or a big barrel bat with the same length and width. You know, I mean, you know, length and weight. You know what I'm saying? It just feels different. You know what I'm saying? It's that little, even though the ounces and the weight, everything, the length and the weight is the same, but it's just a type of bat. You guys know that even now, because I know there's different size bats out there right now that it could be a drop 3 BB core, but it has a different feel. Them composite bats, them, you know, them DeMarinis are top heavy, and then you got the Rawlings bats and the Carchonos. Those are nice, even bats, right? The same thing with the wood. All right. All right. Good question, though, Tony. Sergio, last question, Coach D. Should I let the coaches use him for pitching or just leave him alone for third base and pitch? Well, that's just, why not? Why are you going to pitch a hole your son, man? He may be a hell of a pitcher, all right? Put him out there on the mound, man. Danny, what's up, Danny? What's going on, man? Jay Meyer, what's going on, baby? Thanks, D. That's what I was wondering about the lead arm being bent. Yeah, you got, hey, I always say this real fast, all right? And I say this in my program. When I go to hit, I was just talking about this the other day to and it's funny, right? Even pro guys. I last week I just had this conversation with Rudy. All right. He has a problem with getting, like, here, I call it the L shape, all right? And I hear a little bit, maybe you can see. But when I go to hit, I want to be in this position. All right. I want to keep it as an L. All right. You see, this is an L shape. All right. When I go to hit. All right. I get real long if I get it like this. I call this the I. I don't want to be an I because this is a long arm bar, we call it, and you kind of, it's hard to get easily come around, and it takes longer to get to the ball, and that's where you get the jam shots and all of that. Okay, I like to keep it as an L. All right, you see this L? I go right down to it. Okay, L, I is a no. When I go to swing, when I go to launch, I go here, boom. All right, my hands are back, I'm ready to hit. But look, I got the V. All right, the L. All right, if I go here and I get real long out here like this, I'm in trouble. All right, you gotta have incredible bat speed to do that. That's what you see, like guys like Ty. They hit power, but he don't hit for high average, man, because he's a real arm bar, real bad with that. All right, but he's mastered. I can't talk junk. He don't put up the numbers and put up home runs and stuff, but as you can see, he's not a real high average guy. All right, real bad arm bar. All right, what's your choice of bat? Meaning brand. I went through so many different brands. My boy Rick in Queens asked me, man, I started like everybody. I pretty much started Louisville Slugger. I would have be my superstitions. I'd be like, I've used Rawlings for a long time. I've used Sandbat for a little bit. Barry, that was a big craze back when Barry was hitting them 70-something home runs, and everybody was like, man, you know, let me go get, you know, the Sandbat. Him and Pujols used to rock them Sandbats. I don't even know if they still make them like that. And then I remember my boy, Joe Lawrence. All right, shout out to my boy Joe out in Louisiana. He was like, yo, D, I'm starting this new company. Me and Kurt Ainsworth with a company. We got this company called Marucci. You know, I'm going to throw you some bats, man. You think you could, you know, use them for a little bit? I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? My boy, J.D. Clauser had one. And he was like, yeah, this is, you know, Joe Lawrence. You know, I was like, yeah. He's like, he wants some of these pro guys to use it. And Clauser gave me his bat. It was a nasty feeling bat. When I mean by nasty, the weight was all crazy, but I used it in bat. Like I broke my bat in the middle of an AB, and he threw that. He's like, use it, D, check it, just use it. And I went off. I used that bat for I don't know how long. I traded him 2 bats for that 1 bat, and I went off with that Marucci bat. I called my boy Joe, like, yo, these Marucci's, give me some. All right. And he shot me some. Oh, he gave me some. And this is, I'm talking about, this is like 06. And, you know, Marucci had just started. Even I remember the Los Angeles Angels clubhouse guy didn't even know what Marucci was at that time. And he was like, "Who, you want Marucci bats?" I said, "You never heard of Marucci?" He's like, "No." He's like, "Yo, yeah, order me them bats." And he was like, "Man, dude, these are hard." And it's crazy where it's at now. Okay. Same thing. Shout out to O2. I remember a small company. I don't know if you guys know about these franchises now, but it's just, you know, when it's, again, this baseball world is small. I'm gonna bring them on eventually. One of my co-owners, but my boy reached out to me. He was like, "Yo, D, I got this new company called D-Bat." You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you could, man, use these bats. I got Rafael Primero and a couple other guys, you know what I'm saying, using this, like D, I didn't really like the bats too much, but he was trying. But now, fast forward, now he don't franchise it out. Now his batting cages, batting cages all over. They got hundreds of travel teams and all of that all around the country, man. All right, started from a bat company. All right, my boy, back in about 01, 02, was throwing them bats around, just giving them away. All right, giving them away. All right. So to answer your question, I use all whatever Rawlings, Louisville, Sam, Carolina clubs. Gosh, I'm missing so many. Max Bats. So my favorite would probably be between Marucci, Rawlings, and Louisville. All right. Even back in my day, Maple was just starting to get hard. Now Maple's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But them early days, late 90s and stuff, and I'm calling my age and stuff, people like Maple Bat was like the craze. Like it was just coming around. You know what I'm saying? Like Maple Bat. Everybody, but it busts and it cracks and so hard, but it's a harder wood. And now everybody uses Maple, especially the younger kids. They don't like ash bats. All right. Jay Meyer, my son was extending too soon, and your drills off the tee should help that, right? No doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Jennifer, what's up? Sergio, okay, thanks, coach. Call it the knob drill. Yeah. What up, Garrett? What's up, man? Can you speak on the back elbow if you haven't already? Yeah. So I love the back elbow. I call it the hook with the back elbow as opposed to the uppercut. All right. When I'm going to swing, I want to boom. I want to keep that back elbow tight as I don't know what. All right. That doesn't mean I start. I see guys, but I'll be like, keep the elbow tight. They want to start with it. I'm like, no, you start your own way. You get your own little flair, your own little swag. It could be here. I just don't like it too stiff, though. I don't want it above the too stiff and all of that. I just want it kind of roughly, beginning side, loose, right around even with shoulder length. All right. But when I go to hit, I want to get it here. I don't want to get too high when I go to hit, but I want to be right here even. When I go to swing, that back elbow needs to connect with that back hip. All right. Boom, and that's when you get that knob towards the catcher. Boom, towards the pitcher. My back elbow right now, if you can see it, it's pretty much connected to my side. All right, compact. And if you see K Long again, it's all K Long stuff. I hate to tell you that, right? But that's what he says when he says get connected, keep everything connected. That's what he means. Everything in tight. That's your power. If my elbows out here when I go to hit, I'm going to do nothing but hook and push. All right, this is connecting. All right, my back elbow's. I know you can't see it. My back elbow is connected to my right hip. Everything is compact. All right, back elbow connected to that back hip. All right, I start here, boom, loose. I get loaded. All right, it's up here. As soon as I start my rotation, my back elbow catches to that hip. Boom, I'm in a powerful position right here. Now I'm just throwing them hands at it. All right, but I'm keeping everything compact. That back elbow, if it don't too many times, I got a couple of my hitters, young hitters, they get that elbow. They don't never connect to that hip, and they keep it all out here, and that's when you get the hook and the loose elbows, no power in that. That's when you get even my boy. My boy Jason Meyer was saying, get full extension. That's what happens. You get here, and they want to throw that elbow. Never really gets to that hip, and they just want to get full extension this way. All right, but you get all this space in here, and they come around the ball. This, boom, you get connected. That's all power in there. That's all power, and you get through all right? It's hard to say. I know it's tough under this little screen over here. All right, that's why I need a full screen over here. What do you think is the most important hand on your bat? Top hand, your bottom hand? Top hand. Top hand to me. Honestly, I feel it's more important. To me, that's the kind of control that barrel, that finish. All right, getting a nice finish. I don't mean control. I don't mean like dominated with your top hand. I'm just saying that top hand, especially for like somebody like me. I was right-handed thrower and batted left-handed. All right, so I was very dominant with my bottom hand. All right, so I was just talking again. I don't know. I can't help it, right? I'm in the cages, right? So I have to talk. I ain't name dropping. I'll just talk to you about the reason it started was from younger kids, from a 10-year-old to a 17-year-old. And then now I'm coming into the pro side when I was working with my pro guy last week, Rudy and stuff, right? I'm just saying that's one of the issues we were talking about because he loses his top hand at the very end. All right, so he gets the flares to left field. He's a left-handed hitter. He just happened to be left-handed pitcher too. A left-handed thrower, all right? So that's his dominant hand is his top hand, but he loses it, all right? I did the same thing with a left being left-handed. I would lose my top hand perfectly because I was a dominant right-handed guy. You know what I'm saying? So I had to really focus, all right, on that top hand. All right, I believe that top hand is a finisher that controls that barrel. All right, this is the lead. This is getting it there. This is that finish, controlling it all the way through. Boom. All right, bottom hand, top hand. I'm sorry, more important. Me personally. Chris, what up? KC in the house, man. Maintaining steady head. Yes, 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 yes. Maintaining a steady head. All right. Can't have nothing. That's what the balance is so important, man. All right. That's why you can't be all over going to swinging all of your head, man. You can't, you got to be. I was looking at Mike Trout, man, the other day. I was just like, he had that leg kick. And I just know that's just thousands and thousands of swings, man. His dad was a minor leaguer, you know, had the idea. So he's just working on that stroke. Thousands of times, man. But I was looking at that stroke and I was just like, he get that leg kick, but his head ain't going nowhere. It's just boom. Oh, you could put it like a frame on there and it may just go a little bit like this. That's it. Bow. But most guys and stuff, even me when I'm doing bad, especially I'm taking pictures, it'd be, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But he was just, and I understand that it was, you know, it was that 5-for-5 game he had against the Yankees. I was just slow motion that swing, and I was just like, yo, his head was just like this. Boom, right. Just move. I'm just look at his head. He ain't going nowhere. It's just full eyes. That's everything. You just seeing everything. You just hear no movement. Everything's moving around here, but that head is staying still. I love it, B-Web. That's right. Maintaining a steady head. All right, man. Listen, what a great, gosh, I guess I got to talk hitting all the time, but man, this is, I love it, man. Every time. I guess I don't never go wrong when I talk hitting. But listen, I also want to give that I'm going to plug it next month. I got me and my boy Old Dog, all right? We got something very special for you guys, man. Got something very special for you guys, man. And you guys are going to get, you know, first dibs on this, okay? It's something very special coming on between me and my boy Old Dog. I believe it's going to change the game, man. I truly believe it's going to change the game. What I mean by that is like everything you've been seeing, but it's just going to be added a little bit more. It's just going to be on a whole nother scale, okay? I'm very excited about this. We just finalizing all the back end pieces and all that type of stuff, man. But man, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be really crazy. All right. But listen, today, what an awesome session. I appreciate every one of you guys listening in. All right. I may go in tomorrow and just talk a little something too, man. Just kind of dig a little deeper, man. Hey, Mark, I'm passionate about hitting, man. You see, right? I mean, listen, I said this before. Baseball would never have seen Dean Brown if it wasn't about hitting, okay? Yeah, I love base running. I love great plays being made defensively and pitchers. Ain't nothing like somebody throwing some cheddar and by dudes, no doubt about it, man. But hitting ain't nothing like it, man. When you smash a ball and you know you got it, for that little second, you got it. I tell you how I feel when you step in the box. It's like all eyes, and I understand when you're struggling sometimes you don't want all eyes on me because you're like, oh my God, you feel like everybody is watching on you. But when you're feeling halfway decent or just a normal day-to-day, I tell all my hitters, embrace that, man. Gotta love it. Oh, you just gotta stand there sometimes and just, I don't care if you Sunday afternoon and you in Potomac, Michigan, and you are Potomac, Washington, or outside of DC somewhere in Virginia, or you know, El Paso, Texas, and you're up to hit, and you 12 years old. All right, you step in that box, you just stand in the box. Like the people gonna look at you crazy, you may get bean in the ribs, but just go like, yes, it is me. Yes, I am here. You may strike out, but I want you to have that feeling like, yes, this is me. Love me, hate me, be me. This is me. All right, and go do your thing. That's what I love about hitting, man. 3 or 4 times you get to do that. All right. I'm wilding. I'm bugging. All right. All right. Keisha, you're welcome. All right. Sheena, no doubt. All right. If you can hit, you can win. That's right. You got to score runs. All right. Somebody got to come across the plate, all right, to win the game. Somebody got to hit them in. Run scored or RBIs, hitting guys in. That's the name of the game, all right? Guys that get paid. Listen, I love you guys, man. Thanks for listening in. Tomorrow, same time, okay? I am definitely, I guess I just had to, I'm going to try to get my guest on, all right? I'm gonna try, you know, I ain't gonna try. I'll get them on sometime this week. I'm gonna have at least 2 this week. All right, at least 2. I got my boy, former first round pick. I love to just tell stories, man. Guys who've done it, guys that are just doing it right now. You had the minor leaguers guys, you had the independent guy. You talk about my man over there grinding it out. All right, my boy Caleb grinding it out. Then I have my boy Rudy out here with the Royal system. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of give you the behind the scenes, man. How this, you know, this great game is, right? And it's a hustle, it's a grind, all right, like anything, all right? But you see guys at different walks of life, they trying to all get to the big leagues and they're just going different routes, all right? My boy driving 1 day a week, 5 hours a day to go to Dallas to train. With a master's, not getting paid. He's basically paying to play. He's getting paid a little bit of check, but after all his expenses, I guarantee ain't nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Man, I appreciate each and one of you guys, man. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock Central Time, we'll be on and live again. Let's keep this ball rolling, keep this knowledge going. Again, if you have it, private message me if you want any access to my private coaching. I mean, to my, yeah, real fast. I'm sorry. Oh, I forgot about this, okay? I am leaving it open to you guys, all right? A lot of people come and sign it off, but I'll talk about this during the whole week. I'll pump it up all week. All right, because I've been getting film work and dissecting swings and stuff, all right, from people who actually purchased my program and on. But especially with the season coming on, okay, all right, if you are wanting access, meaning like if you want me to dissect your kid's swing, okay, reach out to me, okay. It could be a monthly plan when I'm over, you know, a few times that you want me to work on it behind the scenes. Reach out to me, all right. If it's something that is you want a one-time, you know, dissection of your swing, of your kid's swing, holler at me. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you what my prices are, but I'm wanting, if you want, I'm wanting those guys that kind of want consistently monthly for me to dissect because it's baseball season. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'll tell you what I would like to see. All right. So it's an ongoing program. I will dissect your kid's swing. I will want you to film him in my practice and film him in the game. Okay. All right, you ain't gonna bombard me every day. You know, I'm not talking about that. Hit me up, private message me if you want access to my monthly coaching program. All right, where I will dissect your kid's swing. All right, and then I'll develop a plan, and we will have an ongoing monthly type of deal. All right, where I'm critiquing, and we're going, just grinding it out with you guys. Okay, all right. This is an ongoing monthly program. Okay, hitting program. All right. Only reason I say this is because I understand that most guys are at that point now where they're starting to get cranked up about the play, and I'm getting film. I'm getting a lot of film coming in all that time. So, and I don't mind, you know what I'm saying? I'm already giving free, you know what I'm saying? A lot of free, this is free information, right? And I'm also on the background but I'm just saying just for time purposes wise, all right? Just to be that, you know what I'm saying? Reach out to me if you want it, you know what I'm saying? Like, because if I'm at that point now, if you ship it to me, you know what I'm saying? If he's like, hey, dissect my kid's swing, I can't do it, you know, time purposes. Like I got a lot going. I'm running, I got multiple teams I'm running. All right. I got my guys, I got pro guys and young kids that I work with, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I do my lives in the background and talking to coaches, and I'm trying to get guys into colleges, and you know what I'm saying? So my time is my time, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to, you know, run a business. So, you know, I mean, I don't mind helping you guys. I just, you know, I want the same in return. You know what I'm saying? Just value my time. That's all. I ain't trying to be picky, but I love hitting, as you can tell. I love it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to turn nobody down. I just want my time, you know what I'm saying, to be worth something. All right. I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about when it comes to that, man. All right. I want to say peace and love to you guys. Holler at me if you want it. All right. I'll bring it up all week. Okay. Peace and love tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Holler at you. Peace. Love you guys.